The NRL continues with round 2 this weekend, starting with Thursday night's Bulldogs and Cowboys match. Unfortunately, fans are locked out of the stadiums, but that doesn't stop my videos. So the first game sees the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs coming off an 8-2 loss to the Parramatta Eels, going up against the North Queensland Cowboys, coming off a 28-21 loss to the Brisbane Broncos. Now for this match, I'm just trying to get the odds up now to have a read to you guys. From memory, the Cowboys are favourites. They are. The Cowboys are $1.65 and the Bulldogs are $2.20 at the moment. I think that the Cowboys will be too good for the Bulldogs. First, let's have a look at the teams and why I think that. I think the loss of their new stadium is going to really hurt them. The Broncos are really good the other night, though, but you can't take it away. You got Valentine home. Well, let's just talk about the ins and outs. Ins, Jake Clifford, named in jersey 21 potentially. That will be good to see. Josh Maguire in for the side. Shane Wright is in. That's a big in. He's in jersey 19 in the reserves. He looks really good on that edge, though. And Tom Opacek in jersey 20. Jack Cogger is in jersey 22 for the Bulldogs. Sione Katoa in jersey 21. And Currid Holland is out. Really looking forward to seeing more of Brandon Wakeham for the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. I thought he looked good in the halves with Lachlan Lewis, and I can't wait to see more of him. Joe Stimson as well. I think that the Cowboys will be too good at ANZ Stadium with no crowd as well, unfortunately. I do think that they will get the job done, so I am tipping the Cowboys, North Queensland Cowboys, to get the job done by 8 points. My score prediction is 24 points to 16, and I'm going to go for an interchange player as my man of the match. I'm going to go with Reece Robson. The next game at Netstrata Jubilee Stadium sees the Dragons up against the Panthers. Very hard game to tip on Friday night at 6 p.m. at Jubilee. Few changes for the Dragons. Matt Duffy returns into the side in that fullback position. Zach Lomax goes to the wing. Michaeli Ravalawa, is he out? He's out. I'm just trying to work out. He's injured to the thigh. Okay, so that's why Zach Lomax shifts to the wing. Tarek Sims is out. Tristan Taylor in jersey 21. Jacob Host is in jersey 17 off the bench with Trent Merrin. As for the Penrith Panthers, who beat the Roosters 20 points to 14 in a fantastic game of football, Matt Burton is in number 18. I'm looking forward to seeing more of him throughout the year. Their bench looks good. Stephen Crichton, obviously we saw the impact of him. Liam Martin, fantastic player. And Moses Leota. All week, I actually had the Dragons to win this match by 2 points. I think the home field advantage takes a little bit away, though. And I'm going to go with the Panthers here. I'm going to go with the Panthers in a close one. I'm going to go with the same score. I had the Panthers and the Roosters. I'm going with the Penrith Panthers to beat the Dragons 18 points to 12. And I think their star hooker from last week is going to be the man of the match, and that is Api Coruscant. The next game sees the Brisbane Broncos up against the Rabbitohs. Again, home field advantage taken out of the equation with no fans at Suncorp Stadium is going to change the match, in my opinion. You've got Jermaine Asako against Latrell Mitchell. You've got Tony Staggs against James Roberts. You've got some really good combinations here. Brody Croft up against Adam Reynolds and Anthony Milford against Cody Walker. Damien Cook versus Jake Turpin. Really looking forward to that number 9 battle. And Patrick Carrigan looked really good last week. So Patrick Carrigan up against Liam Knight is an outstanding matchup as well. Tavita Pangai Jr. is out. He's going to be out for an extended time. So that's a big out for the Broncos. Xavier Coates is in the reserves in jersey 18. Not really any changes to the Rabbitohs. Same bench, same players. Again, I was going to go with the Rabbitohs for this match. However, my tips have changed after looking at the team, thinking about last week. I think the Broncos up at Suncorp Stadium are going to do a little bit of a job. I'm expecting them to win 20 points to 16. I think Brody Croft will have an outstanding performance, and I'm actually tipping him to be man of the match. I think the Broncos have the capability to beat the South Sydney Rabbitohs. But look, I wouldn't be surprised if South win. A lot of teams that I'm tipping, I think, could surprise a lot of people. But I think the Broncos will be too good up at Suncorp against the Rabbitohs, so I'm tipping the Broncos 20 points to 16. Okay, so the next game sees the New Zealand Warriors up against the Canberra Raiders. Man, the New Zealand Warriors are going through tough times at the moment, obviously with the COVID-19 around the world affecting our sport, affecting our lives. The New Zealand Warriors have been forced to stay in Australia, not going home to their families. It really makes me upset talking about it, but look, I'll try and stay away from it. I had them winning this game for a while. After watching the Raiders last week and watching the Warriors be kept scoreless, I really don't see much from them. I do see a couple tries, but I think the Raiders will be too good. As for the ins and outs, the only outs are Peter Hiku and Patrick Herbert, who have returned to be with their families in New Zealand, which is fantastic. Look, I know they're going into self-isolation for 14 days, but a lot of the New Zealand players should stand up and go home if that's where you want to be. Protect yourself, be with loved ones. This virus isn't going anywhere any soon. I think that the Raiders have quite a good squad. I think Jack Whiten was outstanding last week. I think Curtis Scott can get even better. Josh Papali, I'm expecting for a big game, and he is my man of the match. I've tipped the Raiders in this one 24 points to 10. I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders win 1-12 and the Warriors do keep it close. I did have the Raiders by 6 earlier in the week. I just thought of another try, and a penalty goal. So I've got Josh Papali as man of the match and the Raiders to beat the Warriors 24 points to 10. The next game sees the Sydney Roosters go up against the Manly Seagulls. They were kept scoreless by the Storm last week, the Seagulls. The Roosters lost 20 points to 14 in a close one. This game was scheduled to be at Central Coast Stadium. Now, I understand with everything going around, there's been a few changes. This game is at Leichhardt Oval. I'm fucking angry. I'm pissed off. You know what? I wanted to go to the bus, regardless of meeting players, film them go on, have a chat from a distance with the Roosters. I'm pissed off, man. Anyway, Roosters and Manly, in my opinion, will be the game of the round. I'm very excited. I expect a big game from James Tedesco and the Roosters. I've got the Roosters to win. I wouldn't be surprised if Manly get up. I think Dylan Walker will have a really good game. I think Maria Hargraves starts a great season. Obviously, James Tedesco having a good match. I think I have Jake Friend or James Tedesco as my man of the match. I think Jake Friend, if he makes enough tackle, does a big performance, but I expect a big game from James Tedesco. I've tipped the Roosters 16-14, but I think Manly will really turn up, score some points. Great defence against the Roosters, but yeah, not at Central Coast Stadium anymore, so what can I do? The next game also at Netstrata Jubilee Stadium sees the Cronulla Sharks go up against the Storm. They're a bogey team for the Storm. I don't see the Sharks winning this one, but who knows? We say that every year. They turn up with young guns, with their big name players. Sometimes, regardless of who they have, they beat the Storm. I think the Storm will win this though. I've tipped the Storm 20 points to 10. I think it's a safe bet to say Melbourne 1-12. I don't think they'll win 13 plus. I think the Sharks showed me enough against the Rabbits that they can be good quite defensively. I'm really looking forward to Sione Katoa versus Suliasi Vunivalu. Now, if you saw my video, Suliasi Vunivalu said, "I'll do it again." When I asked who will score the first try scorer for next week, he said, "I'll do it again." So we'll see. My tip though is Justin Olam with Vunivalu at any time. Really looking forward to Cameron Munster against Sean Johnston. Looking forward to Aaron Woods against Tui Kamikamika. I think Tui can win that battle. It should be a really good game of footy, but I think that the Storm will come out on top 20 points to 10 over the Cronulla Sharks. The next game at Leichhardt Oval sees the West Tigers play the Knights. Now, the Tigers are coming off a really good win, 24 points to 14 over St George Illawarra Dragons. The Knights, on the other hand, kept the Warriors scoreless 20-0. Now, I'm not convinced that the Knights can win this game or have a great season based on the fact it was only the Warriors. However, I saw enough to make me tip them this week. Now, this might surprise you. I'm tipping the Knights 13 plus. The Knights are the specials of the week at $2.10 earlier, now down to $1.95. The Tigers at $1.80. The Knights, for me, will win this game at Leichhardt Oval. It's unfortunate that there are no fans. I probably may have just gone maybe Knights by 2 if there were fans around Leichhardt Oval cheering for their team. I think the Tigers will struggle. I think Adam Dewey will have a really good game though. I expect Billy Walters again in the number 9 to have a good game. As for the ins and outs, Sione Matadia is in jersey 21 for the Knights. Mason Lino in jersey 20. Matt Eisenhoof in number 20. And Michael Cheekham has been named in jersey 18 on the reserves. I thought that was quite interesting, giving Thomas McHaley, Paul Momorowski, Zane Musgrove and Chris Lawrence a chance to play. I've tipped the Knights by quite a big one here, going for quite an upset at Leichhardt Oval. I've tipped the Knights to win 30 points to 16. Yeah, I know. 14-point win. And my man of the match will actually be Kurt Mann in that 5/8 role. Game sees the Gold Coast Titans play my Parramatta Eel at Seabus Super Stadium. The Titans, what are the odds for this one actually? I'm going to check the odds. I haven't checked the odds during this video, even though I downloaded Sportsbet on my sister's phone. So the odds are Titans at $3, the Eels at $1.38. Look, I'm not being biased here. Parramatta will win this game. I guarantee it. My man of the match is Mitchell Moses. Now, a lot of people will be tipping us 13+. I think at home, though, the Titans will be quite good. I'm tipping Parramatta to win 22 points to 12. I think the Titans will score 2 tries or even maybe 3 tries and miss... 2 tries for the Titans. But the Eels scored 22 points. As I said, man of the match is Mitchell Moses. Let's speak about the ins and outs. We have no outs. The Titans actually have no out. AJ Brimson is in jersey 21. Fotuaika is off the bench in jersey 17. Looking forward to seeing Fotuaika play throughout the year. But I think Parramatta will win 22 points to 12. A lot of people will pick us by 13+. After what I saw, I'm not completely convinced, but looking forward to another win. Anyway, guys, those are my tips for the round. Let's get into my best bets. Okay, guys, round 2. I love doing this best bets segment. Now, let's have a chat, because last week we got Zach Lomax. We got that. We got Valentine Holmes. What else did we get? Did we get any Raiders? No, we didn't get any Eels. There's 1 try. Let me have a look. Give me 2 seconds. Last week there were a few bets that I backed that actually got up. And looking at the teams will remind me. Edric Lee from the Newcastle Knights. Melbourne Storm first try scorer, Suliasi Vunivalu. So look, I am pretty good at this. Let's do it. So, best bets for round 2. So, we'll speak about the games individually first. So, the Cowboys play the Bulldogs, and I am backing the Cowboys to win. So, I've got the Cowboys 1-12, Will Hopawate at any time, as well as Justin O'Neill at any time. That's at $43, not a bad price. That's my first bet. Second game, St George Illawarra versus the Panthers. Look, I was all over the Dragons, but now I'm all over Penrith. I think Penrith win 1-12. Oh, shit. I've got Isaac Luke as an anytime try scorer. That was meant to be Josh Kerr. Anyway, Isaac Luke or Josh Kerr, up to you. For me, it's Josh Kerr. And Josh Mansour. So I was going to go with the Panthers and a Josh double. That's at $44.75. That bloody multi. This one here, Brisbane Broncos versus the Rabbitohs. Jesse Arthurs is in fantastic form at the moment. I think it can continue and he'll cross over for a try. I'm going with Braden Burns from the South Sydney Rabbitohs to score a try and the Broncos to win 1-12. That's at $25.70. Very worried about that game. I think South could definitely win, but my tip is Brisbane. Next game. I'm backing a first try scorer. I haven't done this in a long time. I'm backing the Raiders to win. I'm backing Josh Papali to be the first try scorer and a huge roughie with Cody Nikorima crossing over at any time. That's at $226. That is an amazing price. Josh Papali will be the first try scorer this weekend. And for this game, the Roosters and the Manly, I've got Brett Morris at any time. I've got Ruben Garrick at any time. 2 dangerous players. And the Roosters to win 1-12. It's a small price, but I'll take it. $23.75. Next up, we got the Sharks and the Storm. I've gone with the Storm head-to-head. I've gone with Justin Olam to score the first try. Sione Katoa at any time. And Vunivalu at any time. I'm sorry, Vunivalu, but you will get a try. Not sure about first, though. Back-to-back. That is paying $111. Next up, I've got the Knights to upset the West Tigers. I've got Adam Dewey at any time. Jim Shibasaki at any time. Kurt Mann, my man of the match, at any time. And the Newcastle Knights to win. That's at $85.80. For the Gold Coast and the Eels game, I've got a big roughie here. I've got the Eels to win. I got Tyrone Roberts to cross over for the Titans, restore pride to the club with a try, and make a Sibo as first try scorer once again. That is at $91.50. They're my prime bets. Let's speak about my actual multis. My multi for the week is the Roosters 1-12, the Knights to win, and the Eels to win with Make a Sibo to score at $11.50. Not a bad price. A roughie multi is the Penrith Panthers to be winning at halftime or full time, the Knights to win 13 plus, and the second half to be the highest scoring, and the Eels to win with under 40 points. That's at $29.90. Not a bad price. Let's speak though about my try scorers and my roughie. My definite try scorers are Jesse Arthurs from the Broncos, Curtis Scott from the Raiders should weaken that Warriors defense, Jimmet Shibasaki from the Newcastle Knights, and Make a Sibo. $38 for. That price is insane for 4 try scorers. I love it. I'm on it. My roughies for the week. As a multi, it's paying $706,000, but individually, put these guys on. These are my picks. I've got one for each game. Scott Drinkwater, a very dangerous number 6, running the ball. I love watching him play. I expect Scott to score at any time. Josh Kerr, I spoke about him for the Dragon. I think he'll cross over, make a bit of an impact like a Stephen Crichton. $6.50 is way too high. Jake Turpin, he scored the first try for the Broncos last week. I think Jake Turpin, Brody Croft and Jesse Arthurs, if I had to pick the try scorers, will be there. And Jake Turpin's not a bad price at $5.50. Josh Papali, I've got him as first try scorer, but we'll put him in as any time. He'll score against the Warriors. $4.50 for Josh Papali. A little bit of a price here, not too much. Brett Morris, I spoke about him. $3.10. He should score against the Manly Seagull. Tino Fasamuli from the Melbourne Storm against the Cronulla Shark. He's at $4.50. Not a bad price. I like him. I've got 2 roughies here, 2 big roughies. Knights and Tigers. I'm going to go out a dummy half. Jaden Brayley to score a try. Say 8 metres, gets to 8 metres, come out a dummy half, dummy pass, scores straight under the post at $7. I really like that price. And a massive roughie, the Eels, if they can run over the Titans, I've gone with Nathan Brown at a massive $10. As I said, $706,000 for that multi. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Comment your round 2 tips below in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be doing a live stream reaction to the Titans versus Eels match on Sunday afternoon. Other matches, I'll keep you updated in regards to what's happening. I'll try and make other videos during the week, but not much to make with no crowd attendance. Hope you guys enjoyed this. As I said, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.